Run while you can! To hell with you! We've been blessed! Die, you pig!
And indeed, lads, it's true, lads, I never was known to lie. If you'd have been in Derby, you'd have seen the same as I. This Rammy had full hooves, sir, and on them he did stand, and every step he took, sir, it covered an acre of land. And indeed, lads, it's true, lads, I never was known to lie. If you'd have been in Derby, you'd have seen the same as I. was sent to Flanders to blow the British fleet. And indeed, lads, it's true, lads, I never was known to lie. If you'd been in Derby, you'd have seen the same as I. The tail was 50 yards, sir, as near as I can tell, and was sent to Rome, sir, to ring St. Peter's bell. And indeed, lads, it's true, lads, I never was known to lie. If you'd have been in Derby, you'd have seen the same as I. This rammy had a head, sir, that reached up to the sky. Eagles built their nets in it, I heard the young ones cry. And indeed, lads, it's true, lads, I never was known to lie. If you'd have been in Derby, you'd have seen the same as I. This rammy had 2 horns, sir, that reached up to the moon. A man climbed up in January and didn't come down till June. And indeed, lads, it's true, lads, I never was known to lie. If you'd have been in Derby, you'd have seen the same as I. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but me darling, when I think of thee. I have shipped on a Yankee clipper ship, Davy Crockett is her name, and her captain's name is Burgess, and they say she's a floating shame. So very well, my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but me.
I settled down in married life. First the lass I court, and then the ring I bought, and so I took her to the church to be me wife. Now me wife and me are as happy as can be, and in the evening when me work is done, I never like to roam, prefer to stay at home, sitting in me old armchair. How they titter, how they chaff, how me brothers and my sisters laugh when they heard the lawyer declare Browning's only left you her old armchair. One night the chair fell down When I picked it up I found the seat had fallen out upon the floor. And there to my surprise, right before me eyes, lay a lot of notes, £1,000 or more. When me brother heard of this, the fellow I confess he went nearly mad with rage and tore his hair. But I only looked at him and said unto him, Jim, don't you wish you had her old armchair? And they tittered, how they chaffed, how me brothers and me sisters laughed when they heard the lawyer declare Granny's only left you her old armchair.
There was an old farmer in Dorset did dwell, Lily Valera, Woolla-la, and he had a wife that many knew well, Lily Valera, Woolla-la, Lera, Lera, Lily Valera, Lily Valera, Woolla-la, Lera, Lera, Lily Valera, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. The devil came to the old man at the plough, Lily Valera, Woolla-la, one of your family I must have now, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. It's not your oldest son that I crave, but 'tis your wife, and she I must have. Lero, Lero, Lily Valera, Lily Valera, Woolla-la.
Now welcome good Satan with all of me heart,
Lily Valera, Woolla-la.
I hope you and she will never more part,
Lily Valera, Woolla-la. Now Satan has got the old wife on his back, he's locked her up like a peddler's pack. Lero, Lero, Lily Valera, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. He trudged away till they came to his gate, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. Come and take in this old farmer's mate, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. She saw 30 nymphs all dancing in chains, she ups with their boots and beats at their brains. Lero, Lero, Lily Valera, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. She knocked out Satan against the wall, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. Let's turn her out or she'll murder us all, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. He's bundled her up on his back and then to her own husband he's took her again. Lero, Lero, Lily Valera, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. I've been a tormentor the whole of me life, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. But I've never tormented like this farmer's wife, Lily Valera, Woolla-la. Lero, Lero, Lily Valera, 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 Lily Valera, Woolla-la. Now I be a true-bred country chap. Me father comes from Wareham. Mother, she's got some more like I, and well knows how to rear. Some folks calls I bacon face, and others term it head. That's true. But I can prove I ain't no fool, though I be country bred. For I can flour, milk a cow, I can reap or sow. I'm as fresh as a daisy that grows in the field, and they calls I Buttercup Joe. They nobbies swells, they laugh and chaff to see I eat fat bacon. They wouldn't touch such country stuff, but that's where they're mistaken. On wine and grog they do their airs, and lord it at their ease. But give I fat pork from the sty, or a lump of bread and cheese. For I can flour, milk a cow, I can reap or sow. I'm as fresh as a daisy that grows in the field, and they calls I Buttercup Joe. Now bain't it prime in summertime when we goes out haymaking. The lassies they will all turn out and freedom will be taken. They likes to get us country chaps, of course, in harmless play. They likes to get us country chaps and roll us in the hay. For I can flour, milk a cow, I can reap or sow. I'm
fresh as the daisy that grows in the field, and they calls I Buttercup Joe. Now have you seen my pretty maid? They calls her our Mary. Her work's as busy as a bumblebee, and Farmer Jones is dairy. And don't she make they dumplings noise? Be Jove, I means to try 'em. And ask her if she'd like to wed with a country chap like I am. For I can plough or milk a cow, I can reap or sow. I'm as fresh as the daisy that grows in the field, and they called I Buttercup Joe.
Farewell and adieu to you Spanish ladies, farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. We received orders to sail for Lord England. We hope in a short time to see you again. We'll rant and we'll roar, like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea, until we strike soundings in the channel of Old England. From Russian to Scilly is 35 leagues. We hove our ship to with the wind on southwest, boys. We hove our ship to, deep soundings to take, with 45 fathoms with a white sandy bottom. So we squared our main yard and up channel it make. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea, until we strike soundings in the channel of Old England. From Lushan to Scilly is 35 leagues. The first land we sighted, it was called the Dodman. Next Rainhead off Plymouth, off Portsmouth the White. We sailed on by Beachy, by Fairlight and Dover, and then bore away for the South Foreign Light. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea, until we strike soundings in the channel of Old England. From Lushan to Scilly is 35 leagues. Now let every man drink off his full bumper, and let every man drink off his full glass. We'll sing and be jolly and drown melancholy, and here's to the health of each true-hearted lass. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea, until we strike soundings in the channel of Old England. From Lushan to Scilly is 35 leagues. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea, until we strike soundings in the channel of Old England. From Lushan to Scilly is 35 leagues. It was on the 5th of August, the weather was so fair, and to Brick Fair I did repair. For love I was inclined, I rose up with a lark in the morning, my heart so full of glee, expecting there to meet my dear. Long time I wished to see. I looked over my left shoulder to see what I could see, and there I spied my own true love, come tripping down to me. I took hold of her lily white hand, oh, and merrily was her heart. And now we've met together, I hope we ne'er shall part. Oh, the green leaves they will wither, and the flowers will disappear. if ever I prove false to her, the one I love so dear. It was on the 5th of August, the weather was so fair. Unto Brig Fair I did repair, for love I was inclined.
Stop there in the name of the free men of the mountain.
A fox went out one chilly night. He prayed for the moon to give him light. He'd many a mile to go that night before he reached the town.
Town, he'd many a mile to go that night before he reached the town.
The fox he found some great big pens full of ducks and geese and hens. Couple of years gonna grease my chin before I leave this town.
Town, couple of years gonna grease my chin before I leave this town.
He grabbed the grey goose by the neck, threw a duck up across his back. He didn't mind a quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down.
Down, he didn't mind quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down.
Oh, but the flipper-flapper jumped out of bed. Out of the window she cocked her head, crying, John, John, the grey goose is gone, and the fox is on the town.
Town, crying, John, John, the grey goose is gone, and the fox is on the town.
Then John he went to the top of the hill, blew his horn both loud and shrill. The fox he said, I better flee with my kill, or they'll soon be on my tail.
Tail, the fox he said, I better flee with my kill, or they'll soon be on my tail.
He ran till he came to his cozy den. There sat the little ones, 8, 9, 10. They said, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town.
Town, they said, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town.
The fox and his wife, without any strife, they cut out the goose with a fork and a knife. They never had such a supper in their life. The little ones chewed on the bones, bones,
They never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. I live all alone, and I work in the weaver's trade. And the only thing I ever done wrong was courting a fair young maid. I courted her one summertime, and all the winter too. And the only thing I never should have done was save her from the foggy, foggy dew. One night she came to my bedside when I was fast asleep. She puts her head down on my bed, and then she starts to weep. She yelled, she cried, she darn near died. She said, what shall I do? So I hauled her in the bed, and I covered up her head just to save her from the foggy, foggy dew. Says I, my dear lay close to me, and wipe away their tears. I hauled her shift up over her head and wrapped it around her ears. We was all right in the winter time and in the summer too, and I held her tight that livelong night to save her from the foggy, foggy dew. Now lay you still, you silly young fool, and don't you feel afraid. For if you want to work with me, you've got to learn your trade. I learned her all that summertime, and also winter too. And truth to tell, she learned that well, she saved us from the foggy, foggy dew. One night she starts to moan and cry, says I, what's up with you? She says I never should have been this way if it hadn't have been for you. I got me boots and trousers on, I got me neighbour too. But do what we couldn't do no good, and she died in the foggy, foggy dew. So I am a bachelor, I live with my son, and we work in the weaving trade. And every time I look in his face, I see that fair young maid. It reminds me of the summertime, and of the winter too. And many, many nights she laid in my arms to save her from the foggy, foggy dew.
My grandfather's clock was too large for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by half than the old man himself, though it weighed not a pennyweight more. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born. It was always his treasure and pride, but it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, but it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. In watching its pendulum swing to and fro, many hours had he spent while a boy. And in childhood and manhood the clock seemed to know, and to share both his grief and his joy. For it struck 24 when he entered in the door with a blooming and beautiful bride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, but it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. My grandfather said that of those he could hire, not a servant so faithful he found. For it wasted no time and had but one desire, at the close of each week to be wound. For it kept in its place not a frown upon its face, and its hands never hung by his side. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, but it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. It rang an alarm in the dead of the night, an alarm that for years had been dumb. And we knew that his spirit was blooming for flight, that his hour of departure had come. Still the clock kept its time with a soft and muffled chime, as we silently stood by his side. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years slumbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering. Tick-tock, tick-tock, and stop short, never to go again when the old man died. Yes, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died.
Oh, the smartest packet you can find, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? If you all walk cat to the swallowtail line, clear the track, let the bull giant run. Hey, rig-a-jig and a jaunting car, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? With lives a lee all on my knee, clear the track, let the bull giant run. Oh, the old walk cat to the swallowtail line, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? She's never a day behind her time. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. Hey, rig-a-jig and a jaunting car, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? With lies of me all on my knee. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. All right, we're bound for New York town, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? Them powder girls will waltz around. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. Hey, rig-a-jig and a jaunting car, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? With lies a lee all on my knee. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. When we stole our fate at the West Street Pier, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? Then we homeward bound for our Liverpool beer. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. Hey, rig-a-jig and a jaunting car, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? With lies a lee all on my knee. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. When we get back to Liverpool town, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? I'll stand your whiskies all around. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. Hey, rig-a-jig and a jaunting car, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? With lies a lee all on my knee. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. All I can find from across the sea, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? Now Liza, will you marry me? Clear the track, let the bull giant run. Hey, rig-a-jig and a jaunting car, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? With Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. Hey, rig-a-jig and a jaunting car, hee-haw-ho, are you most done? With Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear the track, let the bull giant run. I am a sailor that sailed the ocean blue. I gained the goodwill of my captain and crew. I sailed into harbor one night for to lie. That was the beginning of my one true love and life. And it's home, dearest home, and it's there I'd like to be. Home for a while in me own country, where the oak, the ash, the bonny elm tree, they're all a-growing greener in the North America. He asked for a candle to light him up to bed, likewise a napkin to tie round his head. She waited on him as a fair maid should do, and he gave her the wink to jump into bed too. And it's home, dearest home, and it's there I like to be. Home for a while in me own country, where the oak, the ash, the bonny elm tree, they're all a-growing greener in the North America. She jumped into bed for to keep herself warm, not thinking a sailor could do her any harm. She kissed him, she cuddled him, she bid him draw near. She wished that long night had been 7 long years. And it's home, dearest home, and it's there I'd like to be. Home for a while in me own country, where the oak, the ash, the bonny elm tree, they're all a-growing greener in the North America. the morning the sailor he arose, and out of his pocket brought silver and gold, saying, take this, oh take this for the mischief I have done. For this night I leave you with a daughter or a son, and it's home, dearest home, and it's there I like to be. Home for a while in me own country, where the oak, the ash, the bonny elm tree, they're all a-growing greener in the North America. And if it be a girl, you shall dangle her on your knee. And if it be a boy, you shall send him off to sea, with his tarry blue jumper and his jacket of navy blue. He'll go climbing up the rigging like his daddy used to do. And it's home, dearest home, and it's there I like to be. Home for a while in the own country, where the oak, the ash, the bonny elm tree, they're all a-growing greener in the North America. And all you fair maidens, a warn and take by me, and never trust a sailor 1 inch above your knee, for she has crossed it once so very foolishly, and he's left her with a baby to dangle on her knee. And it's home, dearest home, and it's there I like to be. Home for a while in the own country, where the oak, the ash, the bonny elm tree, they're all a-growing greener in the North America. Eyes the by that builds the boat, and eyes the by that sails her, eyes the by that catches the fish and brings them up to Liza. Hip your partner Sally Taboo, hip your partner Sally Brown, Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle.
Sods and rind, a covey of flake, cake and tea for supper, caught fish in the spring of the year, fried in maggoty butter.
Hip your partner Sally Taboo, hip your partner Sally Brown, Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle.
I don't want your maggoty fish, that's no good for winter. I can buy as good as that down in Bonavista Vista.
Hip your partner Sally Taboo, hip your partner Sally Brown, Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle. I took Liza to the dance in faith that she could travel. Every step that she did take was up to her knees in gravel.
Hip your partner Sally Taboo, hip your partner Sally Brown, Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle. Susan White, she's out of sight, her petticoat needs a border. Old Sam Oliver in the dark, he kissed her in the corner. Hip your partner Sally Taboo, hip your partner Sally Brown, Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle.
Eyes the by that builds the boat, and eyes the by that sails her, eyes the by that catches the fish and brings them up to Liza. Hip your partner Sally Taboo, hip your partner Sally Brown, Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle. Hip your partner Sally Taboo, hip your partner Sally Brown, Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle.
down on our farm we are right up to date. For mechanisation's a byword of late. For every task we've a gadget to match. But our new muck spreader's the best of the batch. Fling it here, fling it there. If you're standing by, then you'll all get your share. Now young Walter Hodgkins, he brought back a load of liquid manure from the farm up the road. And he hummed to himself as he drove up the street. And his load also hummed in the afternoon heat. Fling it here, fling it there. If you're standing by, then you'll all get your share. Now his muck spreader had a mechanical fault, and the bump in the road turned it on with a jolt. An odorous spray of manure it let fly, without fear or favour on all it passed by. Fling it here, fling it there. If you're standing by, then you'll all get your share. The cats and the dogs stank to high kingdom come, and the kiddies browned off, ran home screaming to mum. The trail of sheer havoc were terrible grim. One open car were filled up to the brim. Fling it here, fling it there. If you're standing by, then you'll all get your share. The vicarage windows were all open wide when a generous helping descended inside. The vicar at table intoned, "Let us pray," when this manure from heaven come flying his way. Fling it here, fling it there. If you're standing by, then you'll all get your share. In her garden, Miss Pringle was quite scandalised.
What a great...
She cried,
I've been fertilised!
While the Methodist minister's teetotal wife were plastered for the very first time in her life. Fling it here, fling it there. If you're standing by, then you'll all get your share. Now all of this time Walter trundled along. He was quite unaware there was anything wrong, till a vision of woe flagged him down. What a sight. A policeman all covered in, you got it right. Fling it here, fling it there. If you're standing by, then you'll all get your share. Fling it here, fling it there. If you're standing by, then you'll all get your share.
When I was crowned apprentice in famous Lincolnshire, full well I served my master for more than 7 years, till I took up a poaching, as you shall quickly hear. For 'tis mighty light on a shiny night in the season of the year. For 'tis mighty light on a shiny night in the season of the year. As me and my companions were setting 4 or 5, in taking off them up again, we called to hear alive. We popped them in the back, me boys, and off for home did steer. For 'tis mighty light on a shiny night in the season of the year. For 'tis mighty light on a shiny night in the season of the year. I threw him over me shoulder, and then we trudged on home. We took him to a neighbour's house and sold him for a crown. We sold him for a crown, me boy, but I can't tell you where. For 'tis mighty light on a shiny night in the season of the year. For 'tis mighty light on a shiny night in the season of the year. Success to every gentleman that lives in Lincolnshire. Success to every poacher that wants to sell a hare. Bad luck to every gamekeeper that will not sell his deer. For 'tis mighty light on a shiny night in the season of the year. For 'tis My delight and a shiny night in the season of the year.
Now I likes our Sarah, she works on our farm, and as long as she loves I'll do her no harm. When she told I she'd marry I felt rather big, 'cause I'd rather have Sarah than Farmer's Prize Pig. She's brown and she's beautiful, she's fat and she's fair, as the buttercups and daisies that grows everywhere. $5 $5 day, $5 day, $5 oh $5 oh $5 day. Now one day when she were out milking the cow, the stool overbalanced and she fell somehow. Did he hurt yourself very much? I started to yell. She said I hurted me arm, but that weren't where she fell. She's proud and she's beautiful, she's fat and she's fair, as the buttercups and daisies that grows everywhere. $5 day, $5 day, $5 oh $5 day. When I courted Sarah, I took her to tea. Feeling quite frisky, I fondled her knee. You can't do that, she said, and give I a clout. Squash both me crumpets and me top set fell out. She's proud and she's beautiful, she's fat and she's fair, as the buttercups and daisies that grows everywhere. $5 day, $5 day, $5 oh $5 day. Now when us two gets married, 'tis sure to be fun, for the passing they say makes two into one. But I think that 'twill puzzling between you and me, for there's enough fat on Sarah to make two or three. She's proud and she's beautiful, she's fat and she's fair, as the buttercups and daisies that grows everywhere. $5 day, $5 day, $5 oh $5 day.
My name is Jim, the cart lad, a jolly chap am I. I always am contented, be the weather wet or dry. I snaps me fingers at the snow, whistles at the rain. I've weathered the storm for many a year and will do so again. Crack, crack, goes my whip, I whistle and I sing. As I sits on me wagon, I'm as happy as a king. The horse is always willing, and I am never sad. There's none can lead a jollier life than Jim the carter's lad. Yeah, my father was a carter many years ago. Oft times to the market on a Thursday he would go. Sometimes he took me with him, particular in the spring. How I love to sit upon his cart and hear me father sing. Crack, crack, goes the whip, I whistle and I sing. As I sits on me wagon, I'm as happy as a king. The horse is always willing, and I am never sad. There's none can lead a jollier life than Jim the carter's lad. The girls, they always smile at me as we go trotting past. Me horse is such a beauty and jogs along real fast. We've travelled many a weary mile, but happy times have had. There's none to lead a jollier life than Jim the carter's lad. Crack, crack, goes the whip, I whistle and I sing. As I sit on me wagon, I'm as happy as a king. The horse is always willing, and I am never sad. There's none can lead a jollier life than Jim the carter's lad. Well, now I feel the time has come for me to bid adieu. I know my horse will weary if I stay here with you. To see your smiling faces, it does me heart real glad. And I hope you'll give your kind applause to Jim the carter's lad. Crack, crack, goes the whip, I whistle and I sing. As I sits on me wagon, I'm as happy as a king. The horse is always willing, and I am never sad. There's none can lead a jollier life than Jim the carter's lad. Crack, crack, goes the whip, I whistle and I sing. As I sits on me wagon, I'm as happy as a king. The horse is always willing, and I am never sad. There's none can lead a jollier life than Jim the carter's lad. Whoa there.
Hey? I don't think I know you.
'Twas on a jolly summer's morn, the 21st of May, Joe Scroggins took his term at hoe, with which he trudged away. For some delights in haymaking, some they fancies mowing, but of all the trades that I likes best, give I the term at hoeing. For the fly, the fly, the fly beyond me termit, if the only iver I'd try to get fly off me termit. Now the first place that I went to work, it were for Farmer Tower. He vowed, he sweared, he then declared I were a first-rate hoer. But the next place that I went to work, I had it by the job. If I'd have known a little afore, I'd rather been in quad. For the fly.
Peace to you, stranger. What is your name? Well now, stranger, peace to you. Well now, stranger, peace to you. What is your name?